What's good? It's your boy Jay. That's me. Let's discuss Monday Night Raw from February the 12th, 2024. WrestleMania is in 54 nights, which is crazy. Monday Night Raw was, for the most part, solid. Well, not solid, but it was decent. It was decent because of the Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes promo segment and the Becky Lynch promo segment. Those are the two things that held the show together. Wrestling-wise, I was not interested in it at all. I'm tired of all these long matches. That's one fucking thing that I don't like about the Triple H era, and that's the long-ass matches. So we kicked the show off with the first match of the night, which was a six-man tag involving The New Day, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, and main event Jey Uso versus Imperium featuring Gunther, Ludwig Kaiser, and Giovanni Vinci. Jey Uso picks up the win. I believe he pinned, Giovanni Vinci, I think, or was it Kaiser? It doesn't matter. Jey Uso gets the win nonetheless. So that's cool. But this match went on forever. And I'm just like, oh my God, why? Why can't these six-man tags be at least bare minimum 15 minutes? Like, do we have to have these long, drawn-out tag team matches just to pass the time for a 3-hour show? Do we, Triple H? Do we? I don't know. He's booking the show. But I really do think that we don't need these long matches. So post-match, Gunther was pissed at ringside, and he holds up the Intercontinental Championship. Moving on. So we get an Andrade vignette, which is great. And Andrade says life has taught him that he has to decide what he wants and what he deserves. Andrade loves this business. He had his first match when he was 13. He has been champion many times. When he came to WWE, he became the NXT champion. Then he won the United States Championship. Titles were not enough. 3 years ago, he had to leave to remember who he was. Now he's back. Andrade knows the direction is clear. So I like this. I'm down for this shit. I'm glad that he mentioned AEW being the 3 years that he was there. So that does make sense. This is perfect. Now I want to see what Triple H is going to do with Andrade. I really do wish that they could break up Zelina Vega from the LWO and put her with Andrade. I think that would be great. Andrade's English is okay. It's gotten better a little bit, but I still think that he needs a mouthpiece. And Zelina Vega and him, they fit like a glove. Like, they're that good of a damn duo. And I don't know why Triple H hasn't paired the two of them back together, and he needs to really do that quick, fast, and hurry. That's just me because I like Andrade. I do. Moving on. So we get a Elimination Chamber qualifying match. Bobby Lashley versus Big Bronson Reed. Bobby Lashley gets the win via the spear. And I was shocked at this because I was thinking that Bronson Reed is Australian, so he's going to be in the Elimination Chamber. But no, he wasn't. I thought that Karrion Kross was going to get involved, and he didn't. So Lashley wins via the spear. So this makes sense. What do you do with Bronson Reed? I have no idea. If Triple H has no immediate plans for him, just stick him back down in NXT. That's what I would do for a while. I mean, I'm not opposed for certain guys or girls who aren't getting a lot of love on the main roster. I've always been an advocate for guys that you don't have any plans for. Just put them on NXT and let Shawn Michaels come up with something. That's just always been the way I've looked at things. But that's just me. Moving on. So, Jackie Redmond, she had a backstage interview earlier in the day with Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn said that last week he was a contender. Then he lost his WrestleMania opportunity on SmackDown. Sami Zayn said that any athlete who declares they will do something and falls short feels embarrassed. This is something he's felt many times in his career, but that feeling is overtaken by his belief in himself. Last year, Cody Rhodes told him that if he wanted to be in the main event of WrestleMania, he had to believe in himself. Sami Zayn believes he's a contender. It won't be easy, but he will take the title. Interesting. Then out of nowhere, Shinsuke Nakamura, he appears on the Titantron. He says that Sami Zayn wants the sympathy of the people and is a very clever guy, just like Cody Rhodes. They swindle people. But if Sami Zayn doesn't let his real emotions out, he won't tolerate that. Nakamura will pick up Sami Zayn's soul and keep his warpath moving forward. Interesting. So I do like that to an extent. But Nakamura is completely directionless. Completely. 1,000%. Moving on. So, Cody Rhodes comes out. He does his usual, what do you want to talk about shit? So, Cody believes that they can talk about how the main event of WrestleMania 40, he'll be challenging for the WWE Undisputed Championship against Roman Reigns. So, Cody chants break out. Cody Rhodes said, it took a while to say that. The only reason that he's able to say it is because of the fans. They made their voices heard. It trended for a full week. They spread the word. The word was the crowd chanting loud chants that we want Cody. Cody doesn't know how he could replay him. Well, actually, there is one way. Cody says they're making him emotional. Rhodes is a passionate guy and passionate about this place and his legacy. He is his astrological sign is Cancer, so he wears his emotions on his sleeve. Cody Rhodes doesn't want to get emotional because he would be a crybaby. So then Rocky Sucks chants break out. Cody says, while everyone's saying we want Cody, one man 100% didn't want to hear it, and that same man happens to be the most famous human being alive, a potential presidential nominee, the original People's Champion, the one who termed the term Cody Crybabies. So then we see what happened on Thursday on the Pat McAfee show involving The Rock making fun of Cody and his fans. So Cody Rhodes then shakes his head in the ring. Cody Rhodes knows that promos are different from the last time The Rock was here, and very few can fathom matching The Rock on the mic. But he wants to know what they're actually expected to do with the Nuggets. The Rock said they could shut them with their asses. Cody Rhodes asked Pat McAfee what he said. Pat McAfee acts all coy. Cody Rhodes says they shouldn't mistake his candor for weakness. Cody Rhodes is a fan of The Rock. Everyone has been a fan of his at one point. One thing The Rock does not do well is listen. At the press conference, he said nothing to defile his ancestors. Still, The Rock still slapped him in the face in the public. Sometimes you can hear the rivers overflowing. The Rock lost the people's energy, and there was malevolence. The Rock and Roman Reigns together is the perfect storm. The Rock put his hands on him and slapped him in the face. What that means is that Cody Rhodes will hit him back. Then Seth Rollins comes out. He's wearing a leopard coat and white pants. I'm just like, oh my God, Seth Rollins, what the fuck are you doing, dog? Oh my God. Seth Rollins is weak as hell, bro. He's weak. He's weak as hell. And that's just putting it nicely. Because I could say something really, mean, but I'm not. But, bruh, Seth Rollins, bro, man up, dog. That's all I'm going to say, man. Man up, bro. Seriously, man up. Man up. Like, come on, man. What the hell? What man do you know that's going to wear a leopard anything? What the fuck is going on, man? The hell is this shit? So Cody Rhodes gets on the mic and says that Seth Rollins should take a bow, but before they get started, whatever this is, Cody Rhodes wants to thank Seth Rollins for to come to his aid at the press conference. Seth Rollins says that he's that Cody Rhodes is welcomed. He says that he was looking forward to facing Cody at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship, but he understands his decision. Seth Rollins understands why Cody Rhodes chose Roman Reigns in his title. He has to finish his story because millions of people want to see him finish his story. Now that the decision is clear, Rollins wants to make this clear to Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes needs to finish the story. Cody Rhodes needs to finish this for his dad, for Rollins, and for every person here tonight. If Cody Rhodes does not beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania and take the undisputed WWE Championship, the landscape on the other side of WrestleMania is very dark. You have the most powerful champion in the modern era. Of the modern era. Roman Reigns gets more power and leverage, meaning he shows up less and defends the title less. The glass ceiling gets higher, and the brass rings get higher. This could be the real last chance that they could have to take that title and power and give it to the people. So, Seth Rollins says Cody might be the man for the job, but what's his plan? Last year, Cody Rhodes got screwed out of the title in the main event of WrestleMania. The Usos were there. Paul Heyman was there. And Solo was there. Cody Rhodes didn't get the job done, but he fought his way back. Rhodes won the Royal Rumble again. The deck was stacked against him just the same, except the bar has been raised. Cody Rhodes isn't dealing with just Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa, and Paul Heyman. He's dealing with the most powerful man in the entertainment industry. Cody Rhodes has to deal with The Rock. So then another Rocky sucks chant breaks out. He said, Seth Rollins says that he tends to agree with Lexington. That's why Seth Rollins is here to tell Cody Rhodes he didn't have to fight this battle alone. They haven't always seen eye to eye, but Cody Rhodes wants to take everything from Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins felt that deep in his soul. That's why at the press conference from The Rock laid his hands on Cody Rhodes, he stepped up. Seth Rollins said he's tired of these entitled pricks getting away with it. And then Seth Rollins says he has to admit something. The man Roman Reigns has become is partly Seth Rollins' fault. 12 years ago, they came down the steps in their tactical vest. Rollins is partly responsible for Reigns, but he never imagined the monster he would become. That monster has two heads. Roman is standing side by side with the one man on this planet who is as entitled and selfish as he is. When it comes to fighting the bloodline, The Rock and Roman Reigns, there's only one man on earth who can uniquely suited to be his shield. Seth Rollins says he'll give him a hint. He was once an architect, but now he's a visionary and revolutionary. He is Seth freaking Rollins. And then this promo was great. I'm sold on this. This was absolutely tremendous. You can believe every single word that is coming out of Seth Rollins' mouth. This was absolutely tremendous. I fucking love this. This was great. Great storytelling here. Great storytelling here. And I loved it. I loved it. This was great. This was absolutely great. I'm intrigued what they're going to do at WrestleMania. I would imagine main event night 1, a tag team match, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins versus Rock and Roman. If Cody wins, well, no, not if Cody wins, then night 2 you got Cody and Roman night 2. Seth might have to wrestle 2 nights. Might have to wrestle back to back. He might be pulling double duty on night 1. So I'm excited for that. But this was a great promo, man. I thoroughly enjoyed this. And you could tell Rollins meant every word because he was serious with it. You know, he wasn't all laughing and joking. He was completely serious. And I'm down for it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really down for this. This is really, really good stuff. Really good stuff. I'm very intrigued I'm very intrigued to see how the Rock and Roman will respond on SmackDown this Friday. So I can't wait for that. This was absolutely great. But this is probably going to lead to a tag team match, and that should definitely be the main event of night 1. I would have Seth Rollins wrestle earlier on in the night, maybe like the 3rd or 4th match earlier on in the night. Have him lose to Drew McIntyre by like nefarious means, and then maybe at WrestleMania Backlash at WrestleMania Backlash or whatever, or Backlash, it could be Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. They can continue their feud, because with this, Seth Rollins doesn't need a title with this. He doesn't need to have his championship involved. I mean, which he won't. But I'm just saying that this is probably what's going to happen. It's going to be a tag match, and I do think if that happens, do you basically have Seth just wrestle 2 nights like a Roman? And what I mean by that is where you don't have Seth wrestle at all on night 1 for his championship. That doesn't happen until night 2. And I think that would be easier on the crowd. There's no point having Seth Rollins wrestle two matches back to back in one night. I would just have it where if I'm booking it, he would just do the tag match because it's so damn massive. And then night 2, you have Seth Rollins versus Drew. So hopefully that's where they go with all this. But this promo was tremendous. Tremendous. Moving on. So Kathy Kelly's backstage with main event Jey Uso in the New Day. So Kathy Kelly announces that Jey Uso will face Gunther for the WWE Championship next week. I mean, the WWE, and my bad. So Kathy Kelly announces that Jey Uso will face Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship next week. And then they celebrate big time. And then Jay says he'll get a big W next week. Which actually, to me, it's more of a downgrade because I was really wanting Jay and Gunther to be on a pay-per-view. But I don't know. I think there's probably going to be some bullshit that's going to go down. So I don't think Jay is going to win next week. I think what this is going to be leading to is there's going to be some type of nefarious means where Gunther still wins, maybe like a double count out or something like that or whatever, and then the two of them, they wrestle again at the Chamber. So that's probably what's going to happen, which I wouldn't be against. I think that would make perfect sense. Because you don't want to give a match of that magnitude away on free television. You just don't. that's definitely a pay-per-view match for sure. Especially when Gunther loses, because he's made that title be so prestigious. He has to lose it at the Chamber. There's no other way. Moving on. So Liv Morgan, oh my bad. This leads us into a pre-promo by Liv Morgan. So Liv Morgan says that she was on the run of her life until Rhea Ripley injured her arm. Now she's back for her revenge. She will take everything from Rhea Ripley. Zoe Stark says that she's been making history, and she's taking out Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus. Now she'll make history all the way to WrestleMania. So this leads us into Liv Morgan versus Zoe Stark. Liv Morgan wins via the Oblivion. So then this leads us into Liv Morgan winning is fine. This makes perfect sense. She's not winning the Chamber. Again, I've said this before. Liv Morgan will it'll probably come down to Becky and Liv Morgan. I know there are rumors on the internet saying that Bianca Belair is going to be involved in Jade Cargill. I doubt that. There's probably going to be some plans for Jade Cargill, but it's probably going to involve Nia Jax, and I'll talk about that when we get to it. But Liv Morgan, I think the Chamber should come down to Becky and Liv, and that's just what I think should really happen. Moving on. So, the Judgment Day, they're walking backstage. R-Truth starts walking alongside them. Damian Priest said that he likes R-Truth, but the joke is over. There was no initiation. Every beating was just a beating. Priest says he's being really clear tonight. Tonight is going to be an execution. Can he get this through his skull? And then R-Truth looks sad as the Judgment Day walks off. So R-Truth is on the phone with The Miz, begging him to get on a plane and get to Lexington. Miz is in Los Angeles now. Adam Pearce says that his match is right now. And then R-Truth shouts to The Miz that Judgment Day wants to kill him. So this leads us into JD McDonough versus R-Truth. JD McDonough gets the win via the Devil Inside. Post-match, R-Truth looks sad in the ring. So the Judgment Day, they celebrate before that. Then they take down R-Truth. R-Truth fights off most of the Judgment Day. Damian Priest gets the upper hand. He punches R-Truth. The Judgment Day, they beat down R-Truth until DIY comes in with steel chairs to make the save. So there's that. Who cares? So Sami Zayn's getting ready for his match. When Cody walks up, Cody Rhodes thanks him for helping him out against Nakamura last week. And then Cody Rhodes believes in Sami Zayn, as do the fans. And then they embrace. So this leads us into Becky Lynch. So Becky Lynch, she said that she just saw an interesting sign that she's going to go to the prom in 2034. So she said that they're officially on the road to WrestleMania. It's been wild. It's been crazy, chaotic, confusing. It's also unpredictable. That's what she loves about this. She loves this business so much. She was 15 years old when she first stepped into a wrestling ring. She's been obsessed ever since. That obsession has been great for most of the time. She traveled the world and is in front of these 5 people right now. It's the reason a girl who once failed at gym class went on to win the main event of WrestleMania. Now it's how she met her husband, and she has her daughter. I'm like, what the hell? Back in my mind, I'm watching this. I'm like, how the hell do you fail PE? How the hell do you fail gym? Like, what? It's the easiest thing in the world. So she says that obsession is also the reason she's missed birthdays, weddings, and even her own father's funeral. Her daughter is only 3 years old, but she's already had some difficult conversations with her. She had to explain to her why her face is busted and bloody, why she can't pick her up because of a separated shoulder, and why her daddy wants to fight Maui. Michael Cole begins to laugh on commentary to an extent. She's going to the Elimination Chamber. Her daughter will see her mother's face smashed on the steel, but she'll see the brutality that her mother is capable of. She's obsessed with this and has never been more obsessed with getting the title back that she hadn't held in 2 years, which is wild. That's very wild. That starts with winning the Elimination Chamber and face to face with one of the most dominant champions we've ever seen. A lot of people love Mommy. I don't think anyone can beat her. But Becky just isn't anyone. She ain't never faced anyone quite like Becky Lynch. Whether you love Mommy or hate her, whether you love Becky Lynch or hate her, Becky Lynch asks for a drink to make a toast. If you have a drink and some popcorn or a fist, she wants you to raise them in the air. This is for Rhea Ripley. She can enjoy her last few weeks as champion. Bottoms up. So, Nia Jax comes out. Oh, my God. So, Nia Jax says she knows that they've had their differences, but she has something she wants to say to Becky. So then Nia gets into the ring. She starts to be emotional, pretending. And she says that she has so much respect for Becky Lynch. If her mom was half the mom Becky is, she'd be lucky. She hopes to be a mother one day and use Becky Lynch as an example. Becky Lynch looks confused. Nia Jax says that Becky Lynch will win the Elimination Chamber match with that passion and that drive for her little girl. There's nothing that will stop her from winning that match and going on to WrestleMania. So Nia Jax begins to fake cry. Then she stops. And then Nia Jax says she'll stop at nothing from beating Rhea Ripley and winning the WWE Women's World Championship. And it'll be them two at WrestleMania. So out of nowhere, Rhea comes down. Her and Nia Jax, they come to blows. And then Nia Jax accidentally hits Becky. And then Becky clears the ring with Nia Jax. And then Rhea and Becky stare down each other, setting up, the potential feud, which I'm excited for sure. Like, this is a no-brainer. And we all need to know that Rhea's losing. Like, Rhea's not beating Becky Lynch. That's not happening. You can forget that shit. It's not happening. Then Rhea shouts to Nia Jax, "You're going to have to kill me." Moving on. So, Jackie Redmond, she's backstage with Drew McIntyre. She asked him about facing the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, next week. And then being one step closer to be the World Heavyweight Champion. Which is one step closer to the World Heavyweight Championship. McIntyre says that he's pushed Rhodes in this direction. McIntyre said he's the underdog. He had to beat AJ Styles to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. One of the toughest wrestlers in the world. McIntyre said he's doing things the right way. As for Cody Rhodes, he should be avoiding two things. One, McIntyre's prayers, and two, facing him one-on-one. That was great, man. I love heel Drew McIntyre. Heel Drew McIntyre kicks ass. This was great. The Becky Lynch and the Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley stare down was great. I enjoyed that. And Becky cut a really, really fiery promo. I love that. So that's one good thing I like about Becky Lynch. She always cuts these good, fiery, passionate promos involving her daughter, which is very, very good. So I can kind of understand that. So that's good. I forgot to mention that. Moving on. So this leads us into LA Knight versus Ivar, the second Elimination Chamber qualifying match. LA Knight wins via the blunt force trauma. That's great. So LA Knight joins Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley. And then there's two spots that remain. So we'll have those spots filled on Friday, which is great. So Sami Zayn's walking backstage when he approaches Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre warns Sami Zayn to keep his name out of his mouth, and Zayn tells him to get out of his way. Moving on. So Adam Pearce is talking with Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. They're interrupted by Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Chelsea Green wants to be in the Elimination Chamber match because WrestleMania can't be the biggest without her. Adam Pearce said he has a lot to consider. Chelsea Green says she wants a one-on-one match, not a match of all the losers. And then Chelsea Green goes to talk to management, not realizing that Pearce is management. Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark approach him about a tag title match. Pearce said that he needs a drink, and as do I. Just dumb, just a waste of time. This segment was stupid. Main event, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn. Nakamura gets the win. Drew McIntyre gets involved. And that was it. So Nakamura gets the win. And post-match, Drew McIntyre and Nakamura, they beat down Sami Zayn. Cody Rhodes comes out and makes a save. He hits a Cody cutter on McIntyre. And then he takes out Nakamura with the Crossroads. And Cody and McIntyre stare each other down, and that's how we go off the air. So Raw was okay for the most part. It could have been better. The Becky Lynch promo sold me on the show. Same thing with Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. That promo was great. I love that. So really good stuff there. The matches I didn't really too much care about because they were long and boring as shit. But it is what it is. But that's the Triple H era. But what I'm starting to realize now is that Raw is very promo-heavy-esque. Like, those promos were, especially the Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins promo, that went about a good 16 minutes. The Becky Lynch promo was maybe like 5 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes, but they're long promos nonetheless. And that's what I like. So, the road to WrestleMania is shaping up to be a fun one, and I'm excited for it. But what did you guys think? Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.